Good to see my smart traps are still working as intended. Hello everybody, welcome back to Evil Genius. I am PyroFalkon. In the last episode, we expanded out the freezer, and I want to expand out how many control... Uh-oh. That's a problem. Guys, you want to fix... Kane, get over here, Kane. Alright, that dude swarmed. He's not going anywhere. Alright, good. Got our money back. Anyway. Need to slide the control panel a bit. And then I also need to get a few gun cabinets for our yellow shirts. And a rifle cabinet for our soldiers. Like that. So we're still trying to get some money. We are very low on cash, 57 grand. The next big purchase we need to make is a hotel hub. That's going to run us about 200,000 total. It'll run us 120 grand for just the hub, and then there's some objects we have to buy. Maybe not 200,000, but close to it. So we need to keep pulling in cash. Meanwhile, we've got a small group of techies over here trying to plot out more missions down here in South America. And that's all we're doing at the moment. We're training up more techies as well. So there's not much more I can do in the meantime until we start getting more cash. So I will do a 2-second screen wipe while we grind for some money, and we'll be back when we do some missions. The base is getting a little busy, so for the first time I'm calling a yellow alert. And this yellow alert tells all minions who can equip weapons to equip weapons. The yellow shirt weapons, the silenced pistols, are concealable, so they don't matter. But for the soldiers, they use assault rifles slung on their back, as you can see, which immediately upsets investigators. But we're about to have to purge this place. So I'm going to need the heavier weaponry because when shit hits the fan, it's going to hit the fan pretty hard, and it's going to happen awfully soon. As soon as any of these guys see something untoward, I'm going to flag them all to die, and it's about to happen now. So have fun, gentlemen. Yes! Shoot the invaders! There goes Kane. Trying to get involved too, although he just stopped just to nod at the situation. Alright, cool. So that's not the ideal solution to cleansing a base, but sometimes you have no choice. And, you gotta do it, so... I need to get this guy dealt with, because he's getting a wee bit close to the strong room. Alright. Base cleanses are oh, shit. So he opened fire because he saw soldiers carrying guns. So he's gonna just have to go. And this is why violence is not always the right solution when you do... Ah, shit, this guy's gotta go too, because... his buddy was red, so he got the red quarter circle as well. Okay. So, as the saying goes, violence begets violence, and sometimes when you have... When you purge your base violently, it just creates a domino effect where you have to shoot everybody who shows up, and it can lead to a number of problems, not the least of which that a lot of times the AI agents are going to be able to replenish their ranks faster than you can, and you have to fill your freezer, which can get expensive, and, you know, causes a bunch of problems, slows down the wheels of progress, but... The purge seems to be over. We just have a bunch of tourists on the island, but that's it. So I'm going to order the stand down. Condition green. Everybody who is awake and has nothing better to do will return their weapon to the armory. And just like that, we've cleansed the base, although at what cost, man? At what cost? 32 agents have been killed. We've lost 8 minions, but that also includes those on the world map. So that's not too bad. It's a pretty decent KD ratio, you know? Alright, it seems like our people are still drawing money. I mean, we're doing what we can here. There's not... Oh, shoot, we've got more techies. Okay. So let's bring the techies to... Oh, let's bring them to Australia. We'll send in 6 techies and tell them to plot. So there's something odd about the world map. This is a Pyro pro tip for all of you who do watch my videos for tips. This is something I learned from one of the FAQs. So on the world map, every mission is hidden behind what I'm going to call intel points or intelligence points. It's just something I'm pulling out. I don't know what the actual variable is called. So when you have people in the vicinity and you tell them to plot, you are gaining intelligence points. That's what these guys are doing. They are gaining intelligence points. Now, every mission is not only held behind intelligence points, but it's also held behind a certain notoriety level. So we can't see end game missions yet. I mean, that, you know, we wouldn't be able to do them anyway, but they're just straight up hidden from us for a while until our notoriety gets high enough. But one of the things the game does not tell you is that notoriety, or rather intelligence points, continues to accumulate anyway, even if the notoriety is too high. So for example, if we leave these 2 techies in this region for 40 hours of real time, they will gain all of the intelligence points they need to reveal every mission. It just won't show up until our notoriety hits a certain level. But they will not need to be in this region anymore at that point. Now, I don't know the exact numbers. I don't know if it's actually 40 hours. I'm sure it's not actually 40 hours that they would have to be in here. But the point is that you can leave your plotters in a given region for a while, and you can see this mission just popped up because we gained enough intelligence points that we revealed it. So we can just leave these people here for a while and eventually get all these missions done. That's another strategy beyond just getting money early on, because any minion can plot. You can stick 1 minion in every zone of the game. There are 20 zones total, right? Yeah, 20 zones total. You can stick 1 minion in each zone in the entire game, set them to plot, and just leave the game on overnight. And by the time you're back, early on before you're out of tutorial land, they will not have been taken down, and they will have accumulated enough intelligence points to reveal every mission in the game by the time you hit certain points, certain milestones on your notoriety. It's not something you necessarily need to do, but the point of that long spiel is that, as you can see here, these guys have even revealed a second mission. By leaving some techies in a given area for a while, then we can start to very slowly reveal every mission in the game. Even if it's notoriety locked for now, we will eventually be able to reveal it just by gaining the intelligence points. So our mission overall in these episodes is, every episode I want to have a decent supply of income coming in from at least 5 soldiers and at least 5 techies out in the world plotting in a particular zone. And then every episode we can change up where the techies go. Right now we have so much heat in the green zone, I'm going to pull my soldiers back from there, but I'm going to put them in the Middle East to steal money, because we have just a little bit of heat in yellow. Yeah, it's a little bit more. That'll be reasonable. We can control that. And it looks like I was wrong about Siberia. I don't know where the top dollar amount is. I always get these mixed up in every run I do. So I'm going to pull these 3 soldiers out of here and put them over here instead in the central US. That way I'll have 8 total soldiers trying to get the money. I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but these icons here show you how much money there is to steal. So the Middle East, for example, and the central United States, sorry, the Midwest, that's not really the Midwest, but okay, have a level 9 in money and a level 7 in heat. So it's very much a risk reward, but right now we need cash, so I'm putting our soldiers in the areas that are getting us the most money. Oh boy. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Saw an enemy touch the ground. Saw this guy show up real quick. Oh, we even lost a couple techies here because I had 8 guys there. All right, what else is going on in the base? We got someone deep in the base. He needs to go. And this thief may have to go. Let's flag him to get yeah, weakened. All right, good deal. We lost a yellow shirt. Or is he dead? Yep, that yellow shirt's dead. Oh, whatever. It's fine. There's nothing more replaceable than a standard yellow shirt minion. Just $500 on the open market. You can get them pretty quick. But, yeah. So I'm going to continue to monitor the situation on the world map until we get a little bit more cash rolling in. And then we'll do some missions down here in Australia. What's this one? Burn the national park. Requires 10 guards. Oof, that's going to generate a lot of heat. We're going to have to calm down in the green sections before we do that. That's going to be bad. Oof. Oh, one final note on the levels of money and heat here. This is the same game to game, moment to moment. I just always have trouble memorizing it. So I know Europe has a level 9 money and a level 7 heat, but I forgot that it was the Midwest, the Middle East, and oh, it's Southeast Asia that has it. So yeah, I always forget that every time. These numbers will eventually vanish, but they show up when you have enough people manning the control panels back at the base. So, man, this guy is just sticking around. When you give a hiding order, they hide for about 2 to 5 minutes. I can't remember, then they'll pop out. I don't remember if I finished that thought that oh shit, yep, see, he popped out for a second. But this agent was still here, so I had told him to re-hide because I don't want them going down. This is one thing they really need to improve on in the sequel, because the mechanics of this world map are pretty annoying. I think that there should be a tech or something that allows your people to auto-hide or something. It's just too much of a pain in the ass to look down in the corner, and you have to wait until someone actually dies before you get like a telltale sign down here in this corner that someone went down. I don't know. It might be too easy if you can set them to auto-hide, because then they effectively become invincible and there would be no risk to send your people out into the world. There's got to be a better solution, though, than this one, which is where you just sort of have to hope that you look at the world map quickly enough. And that's especially true when a lot of shit is hitting the fan on your main base, and you have to balance your time between seeing your main base and going to the world map. It's such a pain in the butt. There's got to be a way that they can make it easier mechanically without damaging the integrity and the risk reward of this system. So I hope they find a solution to that in the sequel. We've got over 100,000 now, and I want to do this mission so I can burn a national park and get 10 notoriety. So I'm going to pull my 6 techies out of Australia and relocate them to the Eastern Bloc. That way they can start plotting in a different zone, and we can start lowering the heat that we've got on us on Saber. Because eventually, and what we're going to do is we're going to move in 10 guards here, as well as 5 techies to burn a national park. And that is going to generate just a crap ton of heat. So I'm going to wait until Saber just calms down. Otherwise, everything here is fine the way it is. Good work, guys. Just keep it up. I just lost 7 techies to 2 separate attacks on the world map, so now we are in a bit of a techie crisis. So bad that I'm going to bring this one techie home. I didn't even realize I lost one over here, but we'll bring that one techie home so we can start... Actually, let's just bring them all back. We'll bring that techie back as well. That way we can start... I'm going to bring back everybody. This is fucking bring back everybody from the world map right now. We won't be getting an income, but we'll be preparing for the mission to Australia this way. Anyway, this is why I really hope they come up with a different solution. Maybe there can just be a little flash here as a warning, and then it gives you like 10 seconds to get over to the world map and hide them, or just something. Just some change so you have a chance to protect your people on the world map, because that is the most frustrating part of Evil Genius. Especially toward the end when you need a lot of a certain upper class type of minion to get in to deal with what's going on the world map. It's just obnoxious to try to keep all of that in balance. It's not fun. There's a difference between challenging for fun and challenging for not fun, you know, like I could argue the Soulsborne games are all about challenging for fun. It's to try to get you, to get good and to develop your skills. But there's no skills here for going to the world map. There's, especially when the times that they pop up are random. It's just frustrating and annoying. And I'm all for challenge. I'm not for annoying. And hopefully that gets fixed in the sequel. But anyway, we're going to just hang out here at home until we get our techie count refreshed, because I'm going to need 5 of them. I think I'll also go into yellow alert, because if we need a purge, then because we'll have 10 guard... Well, I was about to say because we'll have 10 guards on the world map, we're not going to have very much of a force here, but I suppose it won't matter, because unless we get hit by a whole bunch of soldiers, we'll be okay. So, yeah, never mind. We should be fine. Hoping this situation corrects itself. That's the problem with the smart traps. But these valets are escorting the brainless valets over here to the reading room. So this is getting itself worked out. We just have 2 more valets and this lady who needs some help, so... As long as they don't accidentally trip the trap again. Yeah, it looks like it's working itself out. Yep, looks like it's working itself out. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're just going to hang out until we replenish all of our techies, and then we'll hit that mission. Our heat is down to 0 in Saber, and we have the people we need, so I'm going to immediately order them to move out, because I want to stay idle as little as possible on the world map. So you can see all the people are starting to move out. Got some investigators, hopefully we can deal with them. All the social minions are staying at home, so hopefully that means that we can keep this under control. I'm going to just auto tag, not literally, but I'm going to tag everybody who comes in just so I can get this whole situation under control as fast as possible. You can see the social minions are kind of forming a wall here to keep these investigators away, which is what I want to see. We need to keep them under control. By the way, sometimes people ask me some of the control shortcuts of the game as well, because it's not altogether clear. To tag everybody in an entire group like I just did, you hold the left control button when you go to tag. So I'm holding left control. So if I left click now, it'll drop the tag on all of them. Here it will order them all to die, and so on. And then the other one that a lot of people don't know is how I place multiple objects. So like, normally you have to place objects one at a time like this, which gets really obnoxious. But if you want to place multiple objects down, you hold the shift key, and then it doesn't cancel on you when you go to place an object. So there's some control tips for you. So we're getting close to the end of the episode. We may as well call it here. And in the next one, we will burn down a national forest, because that's what we do as an evil genius. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode. Hey, buddy. Get away. What are you doing? No, we just tagged you to be weakened. Go away. Oh, gosh. It won't stop.